Denise here. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Well, today is the 5th of August and it's time for the Fancy Fold Challenge, which is hosted by Monica, aka Paper Mona. And this month we're doing a pop-up easel card. Now there's myself and 8 other ladies that take part, and each month Monica suggests a different type of fold, and as I said, this month's fold is pop-up easel card. I'll leave links to all the other ladies that are taking part in the description box below, and you can pop along and have a look at them. And you can also share your makes on the Facebook page, which is Fancy Fold Craft Challenge. And again, I will leave a link to that in the description box below. So let's get started with our card. And as I say, it's a pop-up easel card, and I've taken inspiration from this from Sunny Day Stamping, but I haven't used her measurements. Again, I'll leave a link to her site in the description box below. But for my card, I'm going to be using this old Simply Cards and Papercraft magazine, issue 260. And we got this wonderful stamp from Crafters... die from Crafter's Companion, which is the Christmas tree, which says I wish you a Merry Christmas, and the shadow, and then all these lovely papers as well. So that's what I'm going to be using. So for the card, I'm starting off, let me just pop all my bits over there. I'm starting off with a piece of card which is 11 by 6.5, and on the 11-inch side we want to score it at 1 and 2 inches and 6.5 inches. So that's 1 inch, 2 inch and 6.5 inches. And then we want another piece of card which measures 11 by 3.5 inches. And on this one, we're just going to score down the middle at 5.5. And that's all our scoring done. So we'll take the bigger of the cards, and this first score line, we want to mountain fold. The second score line is a valley, and then the next score line at the 6.5 inch one is a mountain. So that's what our card will look like, and we're standing it up like that. And then with our other one, it's just a case of folding it in half, and that is going to go on there like that, which will give us our sort of faux easel type of card. Right, let's get some patterned paper and my mats and layers on here. So I'll just fold that down for now. So on this one, I've taken a piece of silver card, and that measures 6.25 inches by 4.25, and that's going to go on there. And then I've got a piece of the paper which is 6 inches by 4 inches, which is going to go on there, and that's going to go up there. So we're going to get that on first. Oh, I'll show you what else I've done as well for this. So on the inside, I've got another piece of silver card, which again is 6.25 by 4.25, and then the white card for which my message is going on, and that's 6 by 4. And then, as I usually like to bring a little bit of the detail into the centre of the card from the outside, I've got an offcut strip, and that's 1 inches by 6 inches, and I'm going to put that along there. So I'm going to get all that stuck down, and then I'll come back to you. So that's my mats and layers on for them too. So I just need now to put this piece on. So I just need to measure in 1.5 inches from each side, because this is where I want to place the card. Just gives me placement so it's level on both sides. So pop it there, and that is 1.5 there and 1.5 there. And all we're doing is gluing this bottom part, and I'll use my collals so that we can get a little bit of strength and some pliability when I'm first putting it on. So just along here, about 1 inch, and then from where my markers are, I know that is going to be right, so we need it level with the bottom of the card, and then just enough glue just to glue it to there. So we'll just let that take purchase on there, and then you could, if you want, just glue the bottom bit down here so that it just glues there, but I'm going to glue just less than, what is it, 1 inch from the top. So I'm going to put my glue all over here, but miss that top bit. And then just glue that down, and that will be level with that as well. And that is how it's going to stand up. Okay. And then I've just got my mats and layers for the front, and just for the sides. So this one, I don't know whether I told you it earlier, this one measures 3.25 by 5.25, and the pattern paper is 3 by 5. These ones are 3/4 of an inch by 1.25, and the paper is 1 inch by 1/2, and they're 2 of those on that side. So let's get them glued down. So that is that on there. So that's how that will stand up. So I think that looks really nice. And that's it. And then it just leaves me to put my Christmas tree on there. And I've put this onto some foam pads just to give it a lift on the paper, because as the card is quite a bulky card anyway, I shall be giving this out rather than posting, so it really doesn't matter how much dimension is on here. So let's just put a little bit of glue on there just to give it some, get that centered. There we go. So that's on there. And then I've got some little gems to dot around the tree. So I shall put one in the middle and then just dot them around like baubles on a Christmas tree. So I'll do that off camera because it could be quite fiddly, and once I've got the card finished, decorated, I'll come back to you. So here is my finished card. I've put some gems around the tree. I've also put some holographic snowflakes. I've stuck some down flat. I've stuck some on foam pads, and then this one I've put on a little spinner. So that is my completed pop-up easel card. So I hope you like that. As I mentioned earlier in the video, this is a collaboration hosted by Monica, aka Paper Mona, and myself and 8 other ladies take part. So all the details to those other ladies are in the description box below, so please go along and check them out. And there's also details of a link that if you want to share your makes to the Fancy Fold Challenge on Facebook, the link is in the description box below as well. So as I say, I hope you like that make. I've enjoyed doing that. I think it's a lovely shape for a card. If you wanted to, you could cover that back up, but I quite like that. I don't think it looks too out of place. So I'm going to leave it there. Hope you like it. Please leave me a comment, and I will see you soon in the next video. So take care. Bye for now.